Life is a battlefield. Every day we face temptations that test our resolve. Remember the story of Adam and Eve? They had paradise, yet they gave in to temptation. Their choice had devastating consequences. We all face our own forbidden fruit. It whispers promises of pleasure, promising easy roads to success. These temptations are cunning, disguised as harmless desires or acceptable behaviors. They prey on our weaknesses, exploiting our doubts and fears, but we are not powerless. We have a choice. We can choose to indulge our desires, or we can resist. We can succumb to the allure of instant gratification, or we can stand firm in our convictions. The battle is real, but victory is possible. We see it every day. Ordinary people achieving extraordinary things through the power of faith. Think of the single mother who works 2 jobs to provide for her children. Her faith fueling her determination. Consider the recovering addict who, through faith, finds the strength to stay sober one day at a time. These are our modern-day Davids facing down giants of adversity. They remind us that faith is not a magic wand, it's a shield that protects us, a sword that empowers us to fight. Their stories are a testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within each of us. Their examples inspire us to dig deep, to tap into the wellspring of strength that faith provides. When we focus on the eternal, our earthly problems seem smaller, more manageable. Faith does not eliminate our challenges, but it gives us the courage to face them head-on. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with conflicting messages. The lines between right and wrong become blurred. What was once considered unacceptable is now celebrated. We are told to embrace our truth, even if it means compromising our values. But some truths are eternal, unwavering in their relevance. These are the truths found in the Bible. They provide a moral compass, guiding us through the complexities of modern life. They offer stability in a world that seems to be spinning faster and faster. Holding on to these truths requires courage. It means standing firm in our convictions, even when it's unpopular. It means saying no to temptation, even when everyone else is saying yes. But true freedom is found not in conformity, but in aligning our lives with God's will. Compromise can be tempting. It can seem like the easier path, a way to avoid conflict or judgment. But each time we compromise our values, we chip away at our integrity. We create a chasm between who we are and who we were created to be. This erosion of values has consequences both personally and societally. Broken relationships, shattered dreams, and a pervasive sense of emptiness are often the fruits of a life lived outside of God's design. The price of compromise is far greater than the fleeting pleasure it may offer. The good news is that no matter how far we've strayed, there's always a way back. God's love is relentless, His grace boundless. We can choose to turn away from our mistakes, to rebuild the foundations of our lives on the solid rock of faith. We are not victims of our circumstances. We have been given the power to overcome, to rise above our challenges. This power comes from the Holy Spirit who resides in every believer. It's a force stronger than any temptation, any adversity we may face. Tapping into this power requires a conscious choice, a daily surrender to God's will. It means reading His Word, spending time in prayer, and seeking His guidance in all that we do. It's in those quiet moments of communion with God that we are strengthened and equipped for the battles ahead. The more we exercise our spiritual muscles, the stronger they become. What once seemed impossible becomes achievable. We develop a resilience that enables us to withstand the storms of life, to emerge from trials with an unshakable faith. In a world often shrouded in darkness, we are called to be beacons of hope. Our lives should reflect the transforming power of faith. People should see a difference in the way we live, the way we love, the way we interact with the world around us. This means extending grace to others, even when they don't deserve it. It means being a source of encouragement, offering a listening ear and a compassionate heart. It means standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult. Our actions speak louder than words. When we live out our faith authentically, we become living testimonies to God's goodness. We plant seeds of hope that can blossom in the hearts of those around us. Faith is not a private affair. It's not meant to be confined to the walls of our homes or churches. It's meant to be shared, to be lived out in the marketplace, in our relationships, in every aspect of our lives. This means being salt and light in a world that desperately needs flavor and illumination. It means being agents of change, challenging injustice and promoting righteousness. It means using our gifts and talents to make a difference, to leave the world a better place than we found it. Living out our faith requires intentionality. It means making conscious choices that align with our values, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. It means being the hands and feet of Jesus, demonstrating his love in tangible ways. Never underestimate the impact of your actions. Just as a small stone can create ripples that spread across a vast lake, so too can our choices have far-reaching consequences. When we choose to live a life of faith, we inspire others to do the same. We create a ripple effect that extends outwards, touching the lives of our families, our communities, and the world around us. Our example can give others the courage to stand up for what they believe in, to break free from the chains of temptation and embrace a life of purpose. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every stand for truth has the power to make a difference. We may never fully comprehend the impact of our choices, but we can be confident that when we live for God, we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. The journey of faith is not always easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But it's in those moments of testing that our faith is refined, our resolve strengthened. Don't be discouraged by the struggles. Embrace them as opportunities for growth. Remember that God is with you every step of the way, providing the strength and guidance you need to overcome. The journey itself is just as important as the destination. It's in the valleys that we learn to depend on God's grace. It's on the mountaintops that we experience his faithfulness. Embrace the journey with all its twists and turns and trust that God is leading you to a place of victory. The time for complacency is over. The world needs people of faith who are willing to stand up and be counted. We are called to be difference makers, to be the light in the darkness. Embrace the power of faith. Let it transform your life from the inside out. Share your story with others and let your light shine brightly. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. Let us rise to the challenge together. Let us be the generation that reclaims faith, that stands firm in our convictions, and that makes a lasting impact on the world. The time is now. Let your light shine.